Hello Dean, this is the first attempt of our YouTube training and this will be the AFD training, so Automatic Fire Alarm Detection training, and this is the A to Z of fire alarm systems. So basically over the next 4 weeks I'm going to navigate you through the terminology using the A to Z vernacular all the way through fire alarm systems. So today we're going to start with A. So A, in the context of fire alarms, stands for addressable or analog addressable. So I'll show you what an analog addressable fire alarm panel looks like. Okay, so here's an analog addressable fire alarm system. It looks very similar to a conventional or non-analog addressable system. The main difference is an analog addressable system has a screen. It's a digital readout screen, which means that it gives you lots of information. So the time, the date, some detail, and if we used to set off a detector or a call point, it would give us a unique postcode or a physical address of the device. So here's an example. So if we set off this manual call point here by pressing this button, the fire alarm's going to go off. We've turned off the sounders, otherwise it will blow the speaker. But what you can see, hopefully, is the information has come up with exact detail. So ground floor exit, call point zone 1, address 1, loop 1, training room. And then lots of other detail here. If we was to do the same information over here on a conventional system, and we set off a call point down here or down here, for example, the only information we're going to get on a conventional system is the zone. So no digital screen readout, which means it's very, very basic. So from an addressable point of view, if you think address as in a postcode address or a living address, that's the easiest way to get your head around it. So on this short video, A is for analog addressable devices. We're now going to talk about B. So B, on fire alarm systems, are batteries. So all fire alarm systems have two forms of supply. They have the mains incoming supply, which is 230 volts, and they have batteries, so standby batteries. These are rechargeable via the mains standby supply, but they give a minimum of 24 hours of additional power to the fire alarm system. They're quite large and they're normally 12 volts and they start at around 2 amps, but they can go to 16 amps or even 24 amps, which is the size of a car battery. So B in this context is for batteries. Okay, we're now going to look at C. C is for call points. These are manual call points. They're red, they have plastic on them, they used to be glass, and if you push them, they activate, and normally a little red light comes on, and then it corresponds to the data on the panel. So a call point, or a manual call point, is C. In our industry, we also have carbon monoxide detectors, which look like this. And we have other types of call points which are very, very similar, although they have slightly different keys and setups because of the different manufacturers. But C is for call point. Finally, on this video, D is for detectors. So all fire alarm systems, whether they're addressable or conventional or radio, they all have detectors. So detectors are these things here. So you have smoke detectors, heat detectors, combined smoke and heat detectors called multi-sensors. You can have flame detectors, And as we mentioned earlier, you can have carbon monoxide detectors. You can also have all of these detectors on a conventional setup. So D is for detectors. And that's it, mate. It's a very basic setup. It's a very basic video. It's really poor quality. I've got a spot on my chin. So hopefully this is the first stage of our YouTube training, and you'll be able to pick this up and look at these things online. Okay, look forward to your feedback, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye.